Good afternoon, students. Come to the next session. Chapter 15, National Liberation Movements in the Colonies. Previous session continuation about land reforms. As I taught to you earlier class, China became the republic in 1949 October 1st. At that time, Zhou Enlai became the first Prime Minister of China and Mao Zedong became the first President of China. Chinese Communist Party formed the government in 1949. When they formed the government, first 2 years in a peaceful manner, they were concentrated over the rural situations. They were understand the rural situations and they concentrated over the formation of the peasants associations. This is the first step taken by the Chinese Communist Party government in China. Thereafter, between 1950 to 1951, they started land reforms. In land reforms program, they were taken some steps. That is, first they were identify the all village inhabitants based on the economic position. Government identified the inhabitants of a village. That is the first step taken by the government. Next, confiscation and redistribution of landlords' land into the poor peasants. First, they were identified the village inhabitants, and next step is they were confiscated. Confiscate means seized the land of the landlords, and it was distributed to the poor peasants. At the same time, other productive property also seized by the government. It was hand over. And in a land reforms program, major role played by the work teams. Work teams played the major role in a land reforms program. Work team members were sent by the county level land reforms committee. Here, county means region, province, district, territory. These are all the meanings of the county. County level land reforms committee sent the work teams. These work teams mobilize the entire village against the landlords through mass meetings and trials. Work team members mobilized the entire village people against the landlords through the mass meetings. These methods subjected to the landlords in public humiliation. The steps taken by the government to distribute the land to the poor peasants humiliated the landlords. Humiliation means insulted. The steps taken by the government was insulted the landlords, and government conducted the trials against the landlords. Government conducted the trials against the landlords and put them into the death. Put them into the death. Government conducted the trials and sent the landlords to the death. Approximately 10 to 20 lakhs landlords were killed by the government at the time of land reforms movement in China. Confiscation and redistribution of the land to the poor peasants is a major economic reform program in China. With this program, 43% of the Chinese cultivated land redistributed to the 60% of the rural population. In this program, 43% of the cultivated land was redistributed to the 60% of the poor people, 60% of the people was got the benefit with the land reform movement. Poor peasants gradually increased their holding capacity, but middle class peasants benefited mostly. Poor peasants improved their holding capacity, but mostly benefited middle class people because already they have economic position. Economically they are in better position, that's why their position was improved. They got the benefit mostly in this land reform movement. When the land reforms were implemented, old elites lose their power and their economic status. New elite was emerged in Chinese society. Here elite means upper class. New upper class was emerged in Chinese society. In political sphere and economic sphere, new elite or new upper class was emerged. Along with the land reforms, Chinese Communist Party government brought the some other reforms also, that is establishment of the peasant schools and primary schools. Chinese Communist Party government established the peasant schools to educate the adults. Peasant schools were established and to provide the education to the younger children. Primary schools also established by the government. With the powerful economic reforms, Chinese Communist Party became the powerful political party in China. It was suppressed the opposition parties in China. Gradually, it was established a single party rule in China, which the supreme leaders or chairman became powerful. Chinese Communist Party government suppressed the opposition party activities. Opposition parties' activities were not allowed in China. Even today, Chinese Communist Party only ruling China. Recently, Chinese Communist Party leader Jinping, he is the president of China. He was extended his power. Thank you all of you. We'll meet you next session with another topic, that is Vietnam Liberation Movement.